Hello everyone. Let me pause this, guys. I need to figure this out because this is my first time this is my first time streaming, so I need to figure out how to do this. But welcome to my first stream, I guess. I am sorry if it's a little bit, I don't know, sketchy in a way. I don't really know. I don't really know if this is working. I just need some. It seems like it is. So yeah, sorry for the bad camera quality potentially, and maybe the bad audio quality potentially, and maybe the awkwardness of me because this is my first time going live. I've set the camera up somewhere which I'm not used to setting it up. I usually have my camera, over here. If you watch my reactions, I usually have it on the side, but now it's on my monitor, so I think it gives a nicer view of me to talk on stream, I guess. And yeah, it's a different view of my room as well. You probably haven't seen this corner of it. Anyways, it's very nice to be on live. I would like to do some more. I won't be doing a live after every Star Trek premiere. This was just kind of like a test because on Patreon I'm going to be trying to do a movie club of the month thing where everyone on Patreon gets to choose a movie, and then together on live stream we can watch it and have fun and stuff like that. And then I'll probably be doing a live stream after the finales of Star Trek seasons, for Duet and whatever the last episode of season 1 is. I'll do a live stream after that to kind of recap season 1 as a whole and stuff, and answer any questions that you guys may have. And yeah, I don't know, this is so strange to be live with you guys. I don't really know what to do. Let's just see if we have any questions. We did have some questions. We had a super chat, so let's have a look at the super chat quickly. It was just someone, Richard Laments, thank you so much, by the way, for this super chat. He basically just said, love your Clue reaction for Halloween. Burnt Offerings would be great. I love the classic films. I really loved Clue so much. Clue was a movie that was hyped up to me for so long. It was hyped up for me for so long, years. I waited to watch Clue for years and years and years because people kept telling me it was good, but I don't know. I kept going I want to watch it, but is it worth watching? You know what I mean? I didn't really know about Tim Curry. I didn't really know about Clue, but I had so much fun with that reaction. I don't know if it's on YouTube or if it's just a Patreon exclusive. I think it's on YouTube though. I'm not 100% sure. It was a really fun reaction. Tim Curry. If you haven't seen Clue, go check it out. And Burnt Offerings actually isn't a movie that I'm very aware of. So that'd be very interesting for me to watch. I'll have to look that one up, and maybe I will watch it on Halloween as a YouTube video or on Patreon exclusive. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. It really does mean a lot. There are also some other sorry, I'm just reading the chat now. I'm a little behind reading the chat. Someone just said we have sound and vision. So that's pretty fun. We had some other questions on the DS9 premiere, which was really interesting. One of them was, what is my favorite movie / show that I have reacted to on the channel? And I don't know, movie wise it's tough because I've seen 400 movies on the channel. I'm honestly going to say maybe I don't know, Terminator 2 was definitely a highlight for me. That was one of the first videos I did, and that was one of the first videos I did that actually gained traction. Terminator 1 and then Terminator 2 was kind of the reason why I kept doing the channel, because I started with WandaVision because I was oh, WandaVision, Marvel and stuff, and those videos, they didn't do very well, and I got 4 views and then 8 views and stuff like that. And then I was I want to watch. I've never seen Terminators. Well, I have now, but I had never seen Terminator before. So then I watched Terminator 1 and it did pretty well. And then I watched Terminator 2 and it did very well for back then. I got I don't know, 200 views or something on it. And Terminator 2 was the movie that actually made me want to keep doing this, because at first I was very discouraged by only getting 8 views on my WandaVision video and stuff like that. But then Terminator 2, when it got 200 and there were 5 comments that were wow, this was a nice video and stuff like that, it gave me a lot of support. So I think Terminator 2, not because it's my favorite movie of all time. It's not my favorite movie of all time. It's an amazing movie. I wouldn't even say it's great. It's an amazing movie, fantastic movie. I haven't seen it, go check it out. But for me, it's more Terminator 2 is the reason why this channel is still going. And if you were on my Patreon before I rebranded last week, my tiers were all Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, I have Arnold to thank for my channel because I watched a lot of Arnold videos in the early days of my channel, and so Terminator 2 is basically the reason why I am still making videos today, because it gave me the encouragement, I guess, that I needed to start reacting, or to keep reacting, I guess. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so I think that's why it is my favorite movie, even though it's not my favorite movie in terms of enjoyment wise, even though I enjoyed it a lot. It's more like a personal attachment to it, I guess, even though I'm not nostalgic to it in any... Well, I guess I could say I am nostalgic to it now. Anyways, for shows, that is really tough. I mean, I really enjoyed TNG, but I don't think it's my favorite show that I've watched because I didn't watch the whole thing in order or anything. I just watched episodes, but I really enjoyed TNG. So I'm going to have to say Cobra Kai on this one, because Cobra Kai is a show that I've watched from start to finish on the channel, as well as all 3 Karate Kid movies, which I watched on the channel. So I was like really versed in Cobra Kai, which, by the way, Cobra Kai season, what is it, 6? The final season, 6 or 7 or whatever the final season is, comes out soon-ish, I believe, so I'll be reacting to those on the channel. But probably Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai, I don't know, I just watched the whole thing, watched the characters and stuff, and I was really excited for the show. It was like the first show that I really watched on the channel. I'm starting to realize that all my favorite things on the channel are like the older stuff. The older stuff that I have more nostalgia to now. Maybe in like 2 years I'll look back on the first season of DS9 or the second season of DS9. I'll go, those were my favorite times on the channel. And then in 5 years I'll look back and go, oh, season 5 of DS9, those were my favorite times on the channel. So maybe it's just the nostalgia factor for me. Maybe I'm just a sucker for nostalgia. And then there was another really good question that was asked, which was my stance on spoilers for Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which is actually a really good question, and I haven't really thought of it too much. Sorry I'm not really interacting with you guys on the chat at the moment. I just wanted to answer these questions before I briefly look at chat. So there will be, like, after I answer this question, there will be a very awkward silence before I then scroll through the live chat now and then answer any questions that have been proposed on the live chat. But my stance on spoilers is basically, I don't mind if you guys tell me the good episodes and the bad episodes. I don't really consider that a spoiler, because even when I watch shows on my own time, sometimes I like to scroll, like not read the summaries. I don't like knowing the summaries of the episodes or what happens to the characters or anything like that. But, oh, wait, no, never mind. I'll tell you guys about this after. I mean, I'm just gonna change the YouTube, the background of this video. Anyways, I don't really care about the knowing how good an episode is supposed to be. Like, you guys have been hyping up Duet, for instance, and I'm really excited to be getting to it. If you're watching along with me on Patreon, it's in like 3 weeks. I'll be finishing season 1 and getting to Duet, which is really, really awesome. Let me just check chat quickly, because I'm starting to stress out that it's not working. Okay, anyways, it seems like everyone is still alive. I should probably just have it on in the background to make sure the stream health is good and stuff. Anyways, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I think, yeah, just tell me, you can tell me the episodes that you like, you can tell me the episodes that you don't like, you can tell me the episodes that the fandom likes and that the fandom doesn't like, but just don't tell me like specifics in episodes, I guess, or like you can I don't mind if you say like, oh my god, I love this character in the future, or oh my god, this character becomes awesome or something like that. Like, I expect characters, especially when we're in season 1, to become awesome in the future. Like, I expect, you know, someone like Nog or Rom, for example, these side characters, I do expect them to get growth in the future. And so I don't mind people saying that they get growth in the future, because I already sort of expect that they're going to be getting growth in a 7-season show that I'm watching the whole thing. But it's more so like specifics, like this character becomes this, you know what I mean? Or this character becomes that, like O'Brien becomes a Tosk. I mean, he doesn't does he? But he doesn't probably. But if he became a Tosk, I don't want to know that O'Brien becomes a Tosk. Does that make sense? So it's really specifics over the actual quality of episodes. I hope that answers any questions and any dilemmas you may have when you're considering posting something, but you don't know if it's a spoiler. Anyways, let us get to... Oh wow, we have actually like a bunch of viewers here. This is so nice, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I honestly expected like one person to show up, so this is really, really exciting. I'll definitely want to be doing more in the future. Okay, I'm gonna scroll through chat. I might not get to every question in the chat. If you super chat the questions, I will answer them in the time of stream. But if it's just on chat, it's possible that I may miss it or not have time, or may have to end stream before answering the questions. So that's just a heads up for you. But again, don't feel pressured to super chat or anything. I will try and answer every question. It's just there's like, I don't know. Sometimes I just skip by accident messages on the chat, and then I just miss the question. So apologies if I miss your question. There will be another opportunity for me to ask. There will probably be lots of opportunities to ask me these questions. So anyways, let me just read through chat. There's going to be like this random awkward silence for like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds until I find a question, and then I will answer the question. But before actually the awkward silence, this is like a YouTube thing, so if you guys want to check out, it's a Warp and Chill, the Next Generation Music, Star Trek Ambience. That was just what I was using as my stream like thing. It was a pretty nice video, but my background is actually space. So look, I'm in space. That's so lame. Okay, anyways, let me scroll through this chat. Okay, someone asked, what's my stance on spoilers, which I just answered. We need a keyboard performance. What does that mean? We need a keyboard performance? I mean, my keyboard... Oh! The piano. Maybe one day, guys. Maybe one day I'll give you a keyboard performance. I can play Someone Like You by Adele very well. I don't know why that's the song of choice, but it is the song of choice that I chose to learn in great detail when I was a lot younger, and now I can play a lot of that song very well, which is very strange. Maybe one day I'll figure out a way to hook up the audio of my keyboard to a stream, and I can doodle around with you guys, whatever. But right now, if I tried to play it, it would sound like the most absolute mush you'll ever have heard in your entire life. So I will just not play it right now, but just know Someone Like You by Adele. If I ever play the keyboard for you guys, then that would be the song that I play for you guys. So I hope you guys like Adele. Okay, I'm reading the chat again. So, okay, someone asked, Ryan Fiat, sorry if I mispronounced your last name, asked if I'll be watching Sudden Impact because he watched my Dirty Harry reactions. I will in the future. Not the immediate future, because right now I'm in this very sci-fi phase. I'm watching Contact and Armageddon and Don't Look Up and stuff like movies like that in like Deep Impact just came out on the channel. So not right now, but I will be getting back to the Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry series eventually. It will happen. It will happen. Just be patient, please. Sorry. Just be patient. Okay. Let's see. So John Heel said that they would love to see more cult stuff like Under the Skin and Her. I haven't seen Under the Skin. I have a huge like DVD collection up at the top of my closet. I don't have that much room in my dorm, okay? So my DVD collection is in my closet, but I have a big DVD collection, and that was sent in by a bunch of different viewers over time, like these DVDs. And one of them is Under the Skin, and Under the Skin is a movie that I really want to watch. The DVD cover looked really cool. I think Under the Skin is the one with Scarlett Johansson, if I'm not mistaken. And if it is that one, then I do really want to watch that movie. So maybe a reaction to it eventually. I'm just not sure. Right now I have a schedule of reactions for the next like 5 months or something like that, and Under the Skin isn't there at the moment. But maybe I will place it in after those 5 months, or maybe a different time, or I don't know. I do want to do a reaction to it. I just don't know how many people would want to see a reaction to that movie. And then Her, I have seen Her before. I love Her. I mean, I love Her the movie, but not Her the person. If there's a whatever. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking at questions. Okay, Thomas Rella X said, name 2 Star Trek characters that you would like to see have a debate about the Prime Directive. Who is a pro and who is a con? Name 2 Star Trek characters that you would like to see / have a debate about the Prime Directive. Oh, that's so interesting. I don't even know. I mean, maybe not even to have a debate about the Prime Directive, but in terms of just talking to 2 Star Trek characters in general, it would have to be... I don't think it would be anyone from DS9 just yet, because I'm not as versed in their characters, or like I haven't watched as many episodes as I have for maybe like TNG. So I'm going to go with TNG characters, and it'll have to be Captain Jean-Luc Picard, because he's Jean-Luc Picard. Who wouldn't want to talk to Jean-Luc Picard? And then also, I don't know. I think it would have to be either Data or Riker. One of those two. Those were my two second favorites, I think. It's in DS9. No, they're not in DS9. In TNG. Sorry, I had to like hiccup or something there. That was really weird. But I don't know necessarily talking about the Prime Directive to them. I don't know who I would ask. That's a question I'd have to think about and get back to you. But in terms of characters, I would love to talk about. I'd love to talk about them too. But in terms of characters, I'd like to talk with Picard, Riker. I'd say Picard and Data would be the two characters I would like to talk with the most in Star Trek at the moment. Maybe DS9 will change that. I'm sure it will. Actually, I'll probably want to talk to Cisco eventually. I'll probably want to talk to Quark or Frank even. Okay. Also, what do you guys think? I think I'm just going to keep calling him Frank for the rest of the show. I know his name is Morn. I do understand his name is Morn, but his first name is Frank in my head. You know, it's Frank Morn. He likes to go by his last name, so I'm going to keep calling him Frank. I think just because I like to call him Frank, like that's just, I see him and I think Frank before Morn. Morn just doesn't seem like his name to me because I've been calling him Frank for so long. If you watch my early access episodes and stuff, then you know that Frank is the name I've been calling him for the past like 13 episodes. So it's kind of like stuck in my head. So I think it might anger some people, but I think I'm just going to keep calling him Frank. Okay, Jerome asked a good question actually. What made you want to watch DS9 fully on the channel? Well, basically, I really like Star Trek. Like, I actually really love Star Trek, and I don't know, watching the movies was awesome, watching TNG was awesome in bits and pieces, but I do wish, a part of me does wish that I'd watched TNG in full, but I'm actually more glad that I'm watching Deep Space Nine in full from start to finish than I am watching TNG, because TNG is a lot more episodic, I've heard, and DS9 is a lot more serialized, and so I mean, it's not super serialized right now. There are things that have been laying over and stuff, but I've heard that after season 3, the show becomes a lot more serialized, where there's arcs going over seasons and seasons and stuff like that. So that's really exciting to me, and that's why I think I'm more glad watching DS9 in full than TNG, because I love Star Trek. I wanted to watch a whole of the show. Like, I'll probably on my own time watch TNG in full eventually, like maybe when the channel is over, if that ever happens and stuff like that. Or maybe if I'm like old, like in like 5 years and I haven't watched all of TNG yet, I'll sit down with everyone and rewatch TNG, because that would be like prime rewatching, because it had been a long time since I've seen TNG. But I wanted to watch a Star Trek series in full because I just wanted the experience of it, because I didn't do that for the original series and I didn't do that for TNG, and I thought DS9 would be a good place to do that because of the serialization of the show later on, and it would only take 2 seasons to get to that serialization, and I also heard really good things about it, and it was Star Trek, and I wanted to keep doing more Star Trek on the channel. I wanted a little bit of a change from TNG. I was really enjoying TNG, don't get me wrong, but you know, change is always really fun for me, and so now I'm really glad to be on this DS9 journey, and I've been enjoying it too. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people at least were saying that DS9 season 1 wasn't the best or wasn't very good, but so far there hasn't been an episode that I've disliked, and that has been awesome. Even Move Along Home, which some people have said is like an extinction level event bad, I haven't thought it was that bad. I thought it was a pretty good episode overall. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading these comments. I'm gonna do a little song for you guys so you don't get a little like you don't get a little, I don't know, lost or whatever. You don't pretend like I'm just like pretending you, or what? Pretend I'm not speaking right now. It doesn't really look like there are any. Maybe there are more questions and I just missed them. I'm gonna scroll through chat again. Yeah, I like that someone here, Dion, I'd rather be a red shirt. I don't know if I'd want to be a red shirt, because then you would die. I don't really want to die. I mean, it would be cool to have a red shirt, but that's why I have a blue Star Trek shirt, for instance, you know, because if I got a red shirt, I would die. I don't want to be a background character and die. Let's see. Oh, you know, I was gonna do lighting at the start of this episode for you guys, like a boop, nice, 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 but it's a little too late to do that now. But I'll do that. I'll try and remember to do that next stream. Um, yeah, I don't. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Oh no, that's not a question. Actually, that's just someone talking. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Do you have any plans, Professor Brainy Specs? That's a really fun name, by the way. Do you have any plans of reacting to Interstellar? No, because I've seen Interstellar like 30 times. No, I not 30 times, but I've seen Interstellar like 7 times. One sec. I'll be back in a second. I think this is proof. This is proof that I've seen Interstellar. This is a display. If you don't know displays, they're really awesome. They're like metal posters. This is not an ad or anything. I just have a display, and this is my Interstellar display. It's pretty sick, is it not? I mean, maybe you can't see it that much on camera or anything, but it's pretty cool. I really love Interstellar. I think Interstellar and Inception are my 2 favorite Christopher Nolan movies. Inception is my favorite. Interstellar is my second favorite. I've seen both of those movies a dozen times at least. I love them so much. So there won't be a reaction to them. Maybe on Patreon there will be a watch along, like for my movie club of the month. If someone chooses Interstellar and it wins the polls, I'll be watching Interstellar along with you guys. But there's no plans to react to it on the channel because I've seen it way too many times. Okay, Jonathan Boblitz, I love that last name, Boblitz, asked if I'm going to watch Voyager after this, and the answer is yes, probably I will be watching Voyager after this. It's in a long time. That'll be in like 2 years if it's 2 episodes a week of DS9 for the foreseeable future, and I want to watch the whole show. It's going to be a long time, so for those of you who are interested in watching Voyager with me, then I'm sorry to disappoint you because it'll be a while before I get to Voyager because I'm not going to be watching 2 Star Trek shows at the same time. That's too much with the movies and on Monday and Friday as well. And I want to keep the movies on Monday and Friday because I enjoy watching the movies. And I don't want to make the channel completely Star Trek. I want to keep it open to other movies, other visions as well in creative spaces, I guess. So, and I really enjoy watching the movies. So I'll only be doing 1 Star Trek show at a time. And now that I started DS9, I won't be changing shows until DS9 is done, which is good for you guys wanting to watch DS9 because you get DS9 twice or once a week, every week 2 episodes for the foreseeable next 2 years or something like that. But for those of you wanting for me to get into Voyager, unfortunately, Voyager will be in a very long time. But if I do have the channel still up after DS9, Voyager is the next show that I'll be watching. It's just in a very long time. Okay, I'm going to answer one more question because then I actually have to go because I'm kayaking today, which is super fun. I'm leaving with my friends it's 8:52 a.m. for me. I'm leaving with my friends at 9:30, so I need to go get ready. So I'll answer one more question and then I'll have to say adios on stream today. Let me just make sure there's no more super chats before I answer a random question in chat. And again, if I haven't gone to answer your question, then there's no more super chats. Okay, so if I haven't gone to answer your question yet, then there will always be another stream. If you 100% want me to answer your question, make sure to super chat the question because then I will 100% answer the question. But the last question, I'm going to like randomly close my eyes and scroll down through chat and stop on a comment. And if it's a question, I'll answer it. So if you're... okay, let's do this. Stop. Okay. Wait, that's not a question. I'm just going to scroll down to the next question. Okay, Christina, you get the next question, and thank you so much for asking this question. Are you planning to watch the new Trek shows? I still think you would love Discovery and Picard. Yes, but I don't know when. Like I said with my DS9 thing, I'm not going to watch another show as a reaction necessarily, as an edited reaction until DS9 is done because it's too much work for me to do more than 3 fully edited videos a week. Not right now in the summer per se, but when I start school in September again, I'll have a full course load at university and I won't have time, right? So yes, I would like to. I really want to watch Picard Season 3. It's on my radar. People have been telling me to watch it for a long time. They told me I don't need to watch Season 1 and 2, so that's good. But Season 3, I really want to watch Picard Season 3, especially now that I've watched a bunch of TNG episodes. I just don't know when I'm gonna watch it. And now that I've live streamed, actually, I think I'm going to potentially live stream myself watching Picard season 3 if that's something you guys would be interested in. I'm not too sure, but I'm trying to think of ways to watch at least Picard season 3 while I'm also watching DS9, and live streaming it seems like a valid option because then I don't really have to do any editing. You guys can watch along with me, and I can upload the recording of my live stream of Picard season 3 to YouTube or something, and people can watch like an unedited version of Picard season 3 with me. I think that's going to be my workaround, but again, there's no release window for this yet, so don't like be looking forward to it in the next like recent time, because I still have to plan this out and stuff like that and figure out my schedule if I do other live streams on Patreon and stuff like that, and then exclusive reactions on Patreon. So there's a lot that I have on my plate at the moment. I just need to figure out where this stuff is going to go. But eventually, yes, I would like to get around to New Trek, whether it's on my own time or on the channel. Hopefully it is on the channel though. Okay, thank you so much everyone for your chats. I don't know why Tim said oh dear, but it's really awesome to me. It's so out of context, Tim. Why did you say oh dear? Anyways, that is going to be it for my stream. Thank you so much for just joining me on the stream. I honestly was expecting like 0 people or 1 person to attend, so it means a lot that so many of you guys came here, listened to me talk for, I don't know, how long have we been streaming for now? I don't know, like a while. Like if you go from 8:15, we've been streaming for almost an hour, and yeah, honestly, I feel like maybe I looked really awkward while I was talking, but I feel like I wasn't as awkward. But maybe I looked like I was like the most out of place person on the planet while streaming. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much guys for checking it out. Again, this won't be an everyday type deal. This won't be an every premiere type deal. The next Star Trek stream I'm planning on doing is after the finale, which will be duet plus whatever the last episode of Star Trek DS9 is. Of season 1, not the final episode in season 7, of season 1. Then we can talk about season 1. I didn't even get to talk about the episode on the stream, but that's okay. We can discuss the whole season as a whole when that ends. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was good. And yeah, I will see you guys next time for my next stream, and for hopefully next Wednesday as well for my next Star Trek Deep Space Nine premiere. Now I have to awkwardly turn my head and end the stream. Anyways, goodbye and have a good day everyone. Stay safe, and yeah, thank you so much for attending. Goodbye.